Of all the rock and roll queens, you won't find another Stevie Nicks. Nicks is the goddess of music of any time, and recently made history as the first female artist inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame twice. This honor clearly won't be outdone anytime soon. However, along with sweeping the world and the record books by storm, Nicks also had some disastrous career and love life fails. Stevie Nicks went through a lot of painful moments. Fortunately, she's candid enough to let us in on all the wisdom she's acquired. For almost 50 years, Nicks has been wearing her heart on her sleeve, holding nothing back. Want to see how? Let's get started. Stevie Nicks was born to perform. In 1948, in Phoenix, Arizona, Stephanie Lynn Nicks was born to Barbara and Jess Nicks. They were typical newlyweds, with Jess Nicks as a post-World War II corporate exec. Barbara was a homemaker. Nicks's grandfather was aspiring to be a country singer. He built a guitar for Stevie Nicks when she was 4 and started having her accompany him to local music gigs. Following a successful tap dance performance when she was 12, Nicks knew she was destined to perform. She had no idea what she was in for. During her time at Menlo Atherton High School, she met Lindsey Buckingham, one of her classmates, singing at a party in 1966. Nicks was moved to brazenly burst into harmony with him as Buckingham played. Things didn't go further between them until 1968, when Buckingham called to ask Nicks to join his band called Fritz. A short time later, Buckingham and Nicks fell in love. Fritz went on to open for acts like Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, and Santana before the band broke up in '71. Nicks and Buckingham weren't finished, and they formed their own band, Buckingham Nicks. Nicks gives in to Buckingham's pressure. Buckingham Nicks signed with Polydor Records. In 1973, they were largely unnoticed, despite a self-titled album. One thing that was noticed, however, was the couple appeared topless on the cover. It's reported to be the first time a music duo has appeared on a cover of an LP topless. Nicks didn't want to do the shot. Buckingham, known to be abusive, snapped at her, saying, "This is art." Giving in, Nicks hid the album from her family. It wasn't the last time she'd give in to the manipulative Buckingham. While he turned down potentially profitable gigs, Nicks was forced to support them both through various jobs. Buckingham Nicks joins Fleetwood Mac. After a few years in 1975, Buckingham Nicks finally got a break. They were invited to Fleetwood Mac by Mick Fleetwood. They were already working on a second album, and Buckingham wasn't excited about the idea of joining a new band. Thank goodness he didn't win out. Nicks was also nervous about meeting Christine McVie. She hoped McVie would like her, as she said in Rolling Stone in 2019. McVie did end up liking Nicks. The two were fast friends and made a pact. They said, "We'll never be treated like second-class citizens." The band and McVie were thrilled with the songs Nicks brought to the table. Rhiannon and Landslide appeared on Fleetwood Mac's first album with Nicks and Buckingham. The album made the Billboard 200 list in 1976 with 3 hits in the top 20. Shattered relationships, the price of fame. As Fleetwood Mac rose to fame, so did Buckingham and, of course, Stevie Nicks. McVie, though, became Nicks's mentor as they worked together on Rumors. Rumors made it to #1 on the Billboard charts and won a Grammy for Album of the Year. Nicks would go so far as to have a disastrous affair with Mick Fleetwood. We've only scratched the surface, but no doubt you've learned something about Stevie Nicks you never knew before. If you have, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to Factsverse for more videos. Stevie Nicks loses her voice. While the relationships in Fleetwood Mac ended, the band continued on. It was a shining example of putting work ahead of personal differences that is so rare in the music industry. Unfortunately, touring non-stop took a toll on the band. It was no more evident than in the condition of Nicks's voice. In 1977, in July, a concert review by John Rockwell of the New York Times revealed Stevie Nicks had issues with her vocal cords. Her mid-range notes were painfully shredded to the point that concerts had to be canceled. Reviews of the concerts were not good. Nicks addressed her medical issues less than a month later. "The doctor has told me my speaking voice is destroying my singing voice," she said. She acknowledged she had nodules on her vocal cords. A course of face saunas, gargling, and refraining from normal speech was part of the healing process. "I just have to do the best I can do," she said. There was more on the horizon, too, for Rockwell noticed her demeanor lately was more cause for concern than fascination. Stevie Nicks' disastrous dating life. By the late 70s, Nicks found freedom in the arms of Eagles frontman Don Henley. Their relationship culminated in her 1981 debut album, Belladonna. Henley was featured on the track Leather and Lace. Although Henley, it was rumored, wanted to marry Nicks, the couple broke up. In 1992, Nicks told Vox magazine that Henley had gotten her pregnant. She had also been pregnant by 3 other men by this time. She admitted, "To give up 4 babies is to give up a lot that would be here now. So that bothers me a lot and really breaks my heart." She cleared up Henley's claim that the song "To the Spirit of the Child" was not written about their unborn child. She claims it was actually about Sarah Recor, who later married Mick Fleetwood. A well-meant but messy marriage for Nicks. Fast forwarding to 1983, Nicks was losing her lifelong friend Robin Snyder to leukemia. Robin was pregnant with her son Matthew at the time. Nicks told The Guardian she was so grieved she drank a half a bottle of brandy and got high on coke every time she saw her friend in the hospital. Robin told Nicks not to come back unless she was sober. When Robin died, Nicks said she went crazy, along with Anderson, Robin's husband. They married hoping to bring stability to Matthew's life, who was born 2 days before Robin's death. The marriage was short-lived, but Stevie Nicks remains in touch with Matthew to this day. Life in the fast lane. Stevie Nicks' drug use. The 1980s were a blur for Nicks, as she was high as a kite through most of it. She tried to quit cocaine as early as 82, but slipped back into it. She learned her coke habit burned a hole through the septum of her nose in 86. In the late 80s, friends and her parents intervened. Tom Petty was even quoted as saying he wouldn't have been surprised if a call came that she died. In 86, she checked into the Betty Ford Clinic. By 1989, 3 hit songs came of the ordeal. Her psychiatrist prescribed Klonopin, which she became addicted to. She entered rehab again in 1993. This time for the last time. Rock On Gold Dust Woman. By 1990, Fleetwood Mac was floundering. Behind the Mask was a flop, and Nicks left in September to pursue her solo career. There was a brief reunion in '92 for Bill Clinton's successful campaign. Nicks and Buckingham reunited just long enough to perform a concert during the inaugural ball before parting ways again in '93. Nicks rejoined in '97 when the band put out their next album, The Dance. While she continued to put out solo material, she refocused on Fleetwood Mac. Stevie Nicks doesn't like what she sees. Her self-image suffered during rehab, as she saw her weight increase to 175 pounds. By '94, she decided she'd never perform in front of people again unless she could lose the weight. She also discovered she had Epstein-Barr virus, explaining why she was always tired. She did, though, lose 30 pounds in 1995 on a high-protein, low-carb diet. Stevie Nicks keeps fighting. In 2019, she was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for the second time. No other woman in music history has achieved this honor. In the end, it's all ended well. She has loyal fans and many friends. And she's filthy rich. The richest estimates her net worth at $75 million. Her 24-karat gold The Concert was recently made into a film, and she continues to sing on tour. She has few regrets, except that she never met Ruth Bader Ginsburg. She's been noted as saying, "I wanted to hold her hand and give her a huge hug and thank her for all she's done for women." She was a political rock star. As a 2-time Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee, the first female to be inducted twice compared to 22 men having been inducted twice, I, Stevie Nicks, induct Ruth Bader Ginsburg into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame of Life. Ginsburg would probably like that. While our video ends, the Gold Dust Woman keeps on going. So what do you think? Is Stevie Nicks even better than you thought, or has her image lost its luster? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe to Factsverse for more. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.